Dracula has a very cool power in DBD. However, that power isn't exactly balanced well. But before we go into his power, let's go into his perks. Dracula's first perk is Dominance, where first time each test and totem is interacted with, it blocks it and the aura is revealed. Hexwretched Fate, his next one, curses the obsession after Gen is completed, reducing their repair speed, and the aura of the Hex totem is revealed to them. And finally, Human Greed, granting the ability to close open chests. The aura for them are revealed at all times, and anyone within 8 meters is revealed for 3 seconds. Let's go over his power. His first form, and the most unbalanced one, is Wolf form, which you're seeing right now. Wolf form is incredibly fast and can run around the map incredibly well. But that's not all. If you keep in chase for someone, you gain orbs that give you speed boosts. You see that little white orb in the video? That's a speed boost orb that makes you faster. It's only 4%, but that's still quite a bit. And he also has a charge pounce ability, where you charge up a pounce and can pounce forward up to twice, though if you hit a wall or a player, the pounce immediately goes away. Next is Bat form, where you're a bat, and you can fly. But you can't see survivors, which is the main problem, and what makes Bat form so bad. Finally is his most iconic form, Dracula form, where you become Dracula and have a normal movement speed as well as a Hellfire ability. You can charge it and it creates a straight stream of fire in front of you. The main problem with this is it's straight, so if anyone moves, you can't catch them. Let's talk about why this ability is so unbalanced as a whole. Which one would you rather have? An ability that, 1, is faster, 2, has a faster speed boost, and 3, has a dash ability? Or would you rather have an ability that simply cannot see survivors, and yes, can teleport, but you'd have to teleport back? Obviously, you'd like to pick the one that's speed, right? Well, due to that, the other two just kinda aren't used. Bats is basically worthless most of the time. I mean, sure, it's better for traversal sometimes, and teleportation can be useful, but you have to wait for the entire transforming animation. By that point, the survivor's probably already gone. So, there are a lot of problems with this, but mainly, you're never gonna need to use Dracula form for more than a couple seconds, or Bat form at all. Both of these forms just add no value to your gameplay. Wolf form is only what you need. And even if Dracula is one of the best characters, that's a very unbalanced thing to purposefully be forced to use one form rather than the other one. Now, I will say Hellfire is quite a good ability. I mean, heck, it's one of my favorites to use because it actually requires strategy. I love trapping abilities. But it's never been that useful for me, and I had to get really lucky just to hit it. Remember, it doesn't move. You can't control where it goes well, and it's quite a slow ability, meaning most survivors just walk to the side. That may just be a skill issue, but you get the point. Another problem is, well, Bat form has never been useful to me ever. Sure, sometimes I could use Bat form to sort of just like teleport to a place where I know a survivor is, but 9 times out of 10, wolf form is better because I can keep that form during chase and I don't have to go through the animation. So I've never really found the use for Dracula's bat form. Now, if you don't like Roblox, skip ahead, but I'm going to use a Roblox game called Bite by Night as an example. There's a character called the Mimic, and all his forms are useful. His strength form, which deals huge damage but has no abilities, is really good at up close and to guarantee kills. His speed form is really good in chase. Sure, it doesn't deal the best damage, but you can instantly swap, which I'm not saying Dracula should be able to do. And his stealth form has the best abilities out of all the 3 of them, and is a pretty well-rounded ability. So while you could favor one one or two over. All of them are fairly balanced, and all of them have a good use case in the game. Now, let's take that into Dracula's perspective. You have an ability that's incredibly dominant in chase and really good for traversing the map, making it really good to find survivors. You have a form that's not as good, but still somewhat well-rounded, and has a half-decent ability. And you have a form that quite literally limits you in what you can do, as you cannot attack and you cannot see survivors. Now, I made the comparison between Wraith's ability and the Bat ability, but they're not that similar. In Wraith's ability, you can actually see them, and it's quite good for stealth, as you can use it and go away so survivors don't, or at least can't tell where you are. That doesn't happen with Dracula's ability. Bat has so many bats surrounding, so survivors know exactly where you are. You can't use it for stealth, and you don't know where the survivors are. So you can't plan, you can see, you have an idea, of course, but they can just, like, react or see you and use what they see to their advantage. I won't say Dracula's abilities are insanely unbalanced. DBD has way worse character imbalances than this. Nurse. But it's not, like, practical to use the other two abilities. Most of the time when I'm playing Dracula, I find myself transforming back into the wolf every single time. You're only forced to use Dracula when you're picking up a survivor. And what's even crazier is they created a full animation, and it's a huge part that whenever you're either breaking something or vaulting, you can just either use Wolf for vaulting, or a shadow clone of Dracula, I don't know, just pops out of you and does whatever you're trying to do. I've really found myself using Wolf a lot more, simply because it's a fast, reliable ability. Dracula and Bat do not guarantee reliability. So if I had to make a change, which is what I will be trying to do to help make this more balanced, I'd allow Bat to see the survivors, and Dracula's Hellfire ability to maybe have a tiny bit of tracking. Not like actual tracking, like if they're in your radius, it just takes a complete 180, but like slowly turns in a way to make it much easier to hit, or maybe just last a bit longer. I don't think Dracula needs a full rework. Dracula's kit is pretty well off as it is. I just think he needs a few buffs here, or not buffs, but a few changes to his kit and here and there. And let me just say this, Dracula is one of my favorite licensed characters. I used to think, oh, it's just Dracula, I wouldn't like him that much. But since getting him, I've really felt like I like playing as him. So I feel like wolf form really needs to be nerfed in some way. Like, they need to figure out some way to make wolf form less appealing. But it's still a great character. So if you personally have any qualms with what I'm saying, put what you need to say in the comments, but please be nice about it, and subscribe. Thank you, and that was this video. Well, guys, that was a video. I'm planning on doing more stuff like this in the future. Sorry if I'm sounding a little depressed. I just woke up. Okay, subscribe.